brought together a group of people, all pre and type 2 diabetic.
We've had some great success with people with diabetes.
Some of them will have a life-changing experience.
I am 13 years as a type 2 diabetic. My mother had gestational diabetes when she was carrying me. So my medication at the moment, I started off on metformin and that progressively went up. So I'm on the max of metformin now, which is 3,000 milligrams a day, so that's 6 tablets a day. Then I take half a glycoside in the morning, half at night, and now I'm on 14 units of slow release Lantus. Lee talks about eliminating medication, but I know that's a long-term goal.
So you use your feet.
So one of the basics here with this program is that we provide the tools and resources.
So these are the three big ones.
But it's important that each person actually puts their own stamp on it and takes ownership of it.
I'm hoping in 3 months I'm going to make some major changes.
I'd like to be quite a lot slimmer, healthier, fitter. I'd love to be able to run around after my son.
Hopefully maybe able to drop the metformin down.
Oh, if I could come off insulin, it would be absolutely wonderful.
If you could eliminate it, it would be outstanding.
I mean, now it's not a choice, I have to.
Only that I want to be around for a bit longer to see my grandchildren.
My diet could be a lot better, and that is what I'm looking for. You know, the benefits of what this program will be.
At the end of the first week, I'd had my best blood results ever. I'd balanced at around 6, and I was able to drop out 2 of my medications, insulin and my glycoside, to turn up to a course one day which basically gives you very simple but clear directives. You follow them and your bloods settle down and you don't have the issues that you do. So it was a big revelation. And it was so simple. So the challenge in my life is that over the last 15 years I have travelled in excess of 50,000 k's a year, which equates to 1,400 hours a year sitting in a vehicle. Tomorrow I've got to be in Te Amutu by 6:30 and I'll probably do 10 to 12 hours on site before I come back, so that will end up being a 16-hour day. The main changes is having some snacks on board. Before it was always reactive. I'm hungry, let's stop at a service station, buy snacks, buy crap. You've got to plan these things, obviously, rather than being reactive and making poor decisions. Keeping an eye on what you're putting in, you're balancing your protein, your carbohydrates and your fats to get a balance, rather than trying to go fat-free, which is not the way to go. You've got to have your body needs a balance of those 3 items. That's one of the other keys of keeping your type 2 diabetes at bay, is to have a reasonable fitness level. I'm lucky enough to live at the Mount. I climb up the Mount after a 10, 12-hour day. I use the Fitbit that the course provided me. I'd set myself a target of 10,000 steps. I regularly hit 20,000, which puts a smile on my face because I'm doing the hard yards and I'm helping myself. Why am I doing all this? Because I do want to live a long life. I knew if I didn't control my diabetes, I am a higher risk of losing limbs, getting sicker and dying earlier. And it's that simple, as you just want to be fit and healthy. From this course, I have the tools to control my diabetes, not allowing it to control me. The implications nationally would be huge. The obesity epidemic, the type 2 epidemic that we hear about all the time, can be controlled by small basic steps. The future with EFK is that you have ups and downs in lives. There's things that create stress in your life that you may not have control over, and you may get out of kilter a little bit, but I've got the tools, if I do, to get back in and work on it really hard if I get to that point. I'm just glad that I've got the tools available to me, and they're quite simple. If I can work it out, it has to be simple.